And preparing for battle, each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. And let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers. And then Friday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Detroit Pistons.
And looking at the Raptors matchup, that's one that stands out to me. A lot of great talent involved in that one, and I'm curious to see how they have improved over the offseason.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Randall at power forward with Reed at center. DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt, and it's McDaniels in at the three, the small forward. And for the Nets, Williams is out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then it's Williams, then there's Toumani Camara, and it's Cunningham in at the point guard position. They're getting a 2-for-1 on this road trip, Grant, taking on both of the teams here in New York.
And I like what the league has done with the schedule, trying to make things more efficient, limiting the miles traveled by each team.
Now here's Edwards. Count that bucket.
Outstanding work in close. Edwards is just so confident from this area.
Williams a screen on DiVincenzo. Cunningham passes to Antetokounmpo. Here's Williams. There's the triple. Reed with the rebound. Edwards with it, and Camara picks him up defensively. Edwards can't hit. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Jordy Fernandez and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Coach and I talked about the difficulties playing against Anthony Edwards. He said, quote, usually you worry about his offense, but he's shown the last few years that he's a lockdown defender when he wants to be. That's something that we'll need to factor into our game plan. Ant's defense is now a concern for coaches as well. BA, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Outside, Williams. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's going to be on Naz Reid. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, the Timberwolves this summer signing extensions to keep their elite front court intact. In bringing back Julius Randle and Naz Reid, they maintain a team strength, one that seems more necessary than ever in the loaded West, guys.
Making the commitment. Okay, thanks for the report, Shams. Randall outside. Pass to Edwards. Reed sets a screen. Shot from the wing. Edwards can't hit.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised he missed that.
Cunningham deciding where to go with it. Williams on the wing. Now Cunningham. Just 5 to shoot. The shot no good.
And give the defense credit. He was met at the rim.
DiVincenzo with the screen on Antetokounmpo. Shoots. Edwards can't hit.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
And Giannis with the jam.
I mean, the size and athleticism of Giannis, arguably without precedent, an incredibly prolific finisher.
Now here's Randall. 37 points his last time out. And it's Randall with the jam.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Here's Cunningham. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
And I love the energy from Cunningham inside, pushing to get the bucket.
DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. Now here's Randall. Antetokounmpo covering. Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball. Since we have a chance, let's see the player of the week for the Western Conference. Anthony Edwards.
When you think about everything he's done on the offensive end, he's more than deserving of this award. He put his team on his back when it came to putting points on the board.
Now here's Cunningham. His last outing, he had 20. Williams on the wing. Kicks it out to Cunningham. He gets it in there. Cunningham's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, strong player mentally. Cunningham showing the physical strength on that play.
DiVincenzo, pass to Randall. Back to DiVincenzo. Now here's McDaniels. DiVincenzo with a screen on Williams. And stolen by Williams. DiVincenzo against Cunningham. Now here's Williams. Still no points. There's a screen by Kamara. Just 5 on the clock.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. Timberwolves trail by 3. Randall, a screen on Cunningham. DiVincenzo finds McDaniels. And here's Edwards outside. Williams grabs the board.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple.
Outside Reed. And stolen by Williams. Antetokounmpo outside. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Kamara, that's good. Kamara's got 5.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Teams deciding to change it up. Let's see how last year's top scorers stack up on the 2K leaderboard. Second is Giannis Antetokounmpo. The 4th spot held by Anthony Edwards.
2 premier scoring options that defenses really have to scramble to account for.
Brooklyn on D. 6-point game. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Looking to win the run. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards. Wow.
Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. The #1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, B.A. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it.
Now here's Kamara. He's got 5. Here's Shannon. Another one falls for Minnesota. And here's Cunningham. The kick out to Williams. Back to Cunningham. Outside, Williams. Here's Kamara. Nails it from beyond the arc. Kamara's got 8 points.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
They set the pick. Inside. Oh, Robinson with a block. It's Cunningham with a drive. And it's good for 2. He's got 6.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Shoots off the step back. The bank shot, no good.
Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle.
1:04 left in the opening quarter. And he makes it on the layup. And now it's a 9-point Brooklyn lead. And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul of the game. Alvarado's checked in for Brooklyn. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Randall is checked in. Will it go? And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow. Julius Randall. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
Alvarado outside. Williams passes to Wolf. Outside, Williams gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
These are his first free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
They're one of the best leaders in the NBA. This team loves having Mike Conley in their locker room.
Clowney, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Powell comes in for Kamara.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
It's tipped. And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Here's Clowney. Now Alvarado. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Clowney. Got it off in time to beat the shot clock, but it's no good. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for Brooklyn. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And another thing, they've been on the attack tonight, going right at defenders with the ball in their hands early.
With a healthy roster, the Nets got off to a good start last year, Richard.
Yeah, they were 9-10, playing good ball, but a few injuries, notably one to Cam Thomas, really shut down their season. And the Nets went 6-22 after the All-Star break.
On the court for the Timberwolves, Randall and Gobert are in the middle. Mike Conley out there with Ayo Dosunmu, and it's Shannon in at the 3 slot. Pass to Shannon. Shoots from the line. Now pulls it in.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity from the mid-range. He can hit that.
Here's Clowney. Over Randall. Clowney can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 9. To the paint. And it's Randall with the jam.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Alvarado outside. Pass to Wolf. The 3 is up. Randall pulls down the board. Down low. Powell with a steal. In transition. Here comes Brooklyn. Here's Wolf. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Nets lead by 9.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
Here's Conley. Rebound Brooklyn. Powell in the post. He's covered by Dosunmu. Here's Wolf. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Timberwolves trail by 9. Dosunmu outside. And there's the drive. And he goes in for the dunk.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. The Timberwolves coach, Chris Finch, said, "We're a team based on movement, cutting, and fluidity. That burden also falls on Anthony Edwards to move and accommodate his teammates. For his part, Ant said his focus is being what the team needs me to be, a leader by example, and showing them that I'm coachable." Back to you, BA.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. So both teams changing it up here. And it's time to give you a look at the top three-point shooting teams from a year ago. Fourth, the Timberwolves.
Their long-range game was a huge strength. They spread the floor, found the open shots, and made the most of their chances.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Conley looking for an opening. Driving inside. Pass to Dosunmu. Here's Edwards. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 4 rebounds now. To the inside, Antetokounmpo.
Exposing the defense and taking advantage in the paint.
The Timberwolves have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. For 3, Conley. Counted from distance. Conley's got 5 points. Richard, looking at your career, 17 years in the league. How'd you survive the grind of a regular season that many years?
Well, 1, you got to take care of your body, and 2, evolution is the key to success. I was a different player when I was year 3 than I was at year 15. You have to continue to evolve.
And it's Randall with the jam.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Antetokounmpo outside. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Cunningham passes to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis with the jam.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
And Grant, this defense of the Timberwolves, one of the league's stingiest.
Well, if you look up and down their lineup, not many weak links for opponents to target. And then, of course, you've got 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, on that back line. BA, they're tough.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert, and McDaniels is subbed in for Dosunmu. Antetokounmpo finds Williams. Back to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo drives in. Pass to Williams. To the middle. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Now here's Powell, and there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul of the game. The Timberwolves making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Here's Clowney. McDaniels covering. Here's Cunningham. Shot clock at 5. Yep, that one goes. And that's 10 points for Cade Cunningham.
Cutting apart the defense on the drive. Cunningham skilled at getting to the cup.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, they don't have time to dwell on that. They just need to learn from their mistakes and move forward. Next play.
Kamara, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Rudy Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. Antetokounmpo outside. Back to Cunningham. Throws it up high. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second, and I think they'll keep him in, but he's got to be careful. A third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Off the mark there with a 3. Nets leading by 11. To the paint. Here's Clowney. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. DiVincenzo against Cunningham. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Oh, easy 2 for Gobert.
When Gobert is close like that, you know he's going to try and ram it through.
Pass to Clowney. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. Some changes for Brooklyn. Williams comes in for Clowney, and Alvarado's subbed in for Cunningham. And Minnesota with possession here, coming off a win against the Hornets.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Gobert finds Reed. Now DiVincenzo from deep. Giannis with the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Kamara. Now Williams to the wing, right side. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Reed's checked in for Williams. RJ, looking back at the trade that sent Durant from the Nets to the Suns, what a deal for Brooklyn.
Yeah, it was 4 first-round picks and a swap from the Suns. Also, the Nets got Mikal Bridges, who they shipped to the Knicks for 5 more first-rounders. Now that's how you reboot a team.
And you know he's tough on the glass. Easy money there for Gobert.
Alvarado, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Leaving absolutely nothing on the table right now. Their focus and execution has been outstanding.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Reed can't hit. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's Williams. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 assists in the game. And there's a foul. It'll go on to Monty Kamara. That's his first foul.
14. Now, into the lineup for your next. Number 24.
There's 6 seconds left in the first half. Reed for 3. That shot, no good. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets feeling confident. 18-point lead to win that quarter. Boy, they've been playing at a fast pace, beating the defense in transition and adding to that big lead. More 2K action in just a moment.
Greetings, everybody. The stories so far revolving around Giannis, the Greek freak, in fine form tonight.
When I watch Giannis, man, I'm just in awe. He reminds me of our friend over there, Shaq, in a good way.
I'm honored to say thank you, Kenny.
He's dominating the game inside with his size and physicality.
All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
You look at the Timberwolves, they're facing a team with similar aspirations. Good measuring stick game for them.
Yeah, like 2 dogs, they both.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
Here's Cunningham. 18 points separating these teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Cunningham is out there with Monty Kamara. Then it's Zaire Williams. Then it's Paul Reed. And it's Wolf in at the power forward. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. Jack's up at 3. Connects from downtown. Wolf's got 5 now.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Cunningham brings a double. DiVincenzo, pass to McDaniels. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Cunningham against DiVincenzo. Cunningham passes to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. That one's good for 2. Williams has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. We love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And DiVincenzo with a basket on the assist by Edwards.
Great awareness from Ant to locate his teammate for the score.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They'll take on the Pacers at Gainbridge Fieldhouse after this one. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Williams on the wing. Over Edwards. Williams misses. Timberwolves trail by 21. Tries to break his ice. Got a piece of it. And they're able to recover. Edwards gets the bucket. 6 points for Anthony Edwards.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Cunningham with the ball. DiVincenzo picks him up. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
You know, when he gets inside, Cade does a great job of using his plus size as a guard. Just forces the defenders to foul him.
Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, BA. So those playmaking decisions in the moment, a lot easier said than done. Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
DiVincenzo against Cunningham. Outside Kamara. Pass to Williams. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 17. There's a foul. It'll go on to Monty Kamara. That's foul number 2 for him. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. For this break, let's take a look at the teams that were the toughest to score against last year. 5th, the Timberwolves.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
Reed passes to McDaniels. And here's Randall. Reed, a screen on Antetokounmpo. The drive by Randall. The shot's good. Randall's got 12 points in the game.
And when he's in the zone, it's very hard to slow down Julius Randle on the offensive end. I mean, he's got serious power to his game.
And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Impressive how in sync Giannis is with his squad, enabling them to set up a flashy alley-oop.
The kick out to Edwards. No good with the triple. Nets leading by 17. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Giannis Antetokounmpo is embracing his emotional leadership role. He said, before I was really serious and quiet, now I'm more vocal, smiling, having fun. It carries over. I love to lead by example, but I know that my voice carries a lot of weight. Guys, back to you.
It sure does. Allie, thanks very much for the report.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night now. That free throw no good from DiVincenzo. And the second free throw is good. And with the new 2-day format for the NBA draft, some executives complain, Grant, saying it helps out the disorganized teams.
Well, those teams could be in trouble regardless. With the push for parity, the league might not mind giving them some extra time to process during the draft.
Now here's Cunningham. 10 points for him. Back to Antetokounmpo. Cunningham outside. Clock at 4. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. Timberwolves trail by 16. Outside, DiVincenzo. And stolen by Cunningham. And pushing it up the floor. Here comes Brooklyn. And Powell with the stuff.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
DiVincenzo, pass to Randall. Minnesota again missing. Brooklyn leading by 18. Pass to Cunningham. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's his third foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
So the Nets making a switch here. Alvarado's checked in. And then for Minnesota, Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. The Sumu comes in for McDaniels. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. That shot missing. Good D by Antetokounmpo.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Mark Williams, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Conley. 7 points in the game. Pass to Gobert. Here's DeSumo. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Nets. Antetokounmpo has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Clowney. 6 to shoot. Here's Alvarado. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Now here's Randall. 12 points for him. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Antetokounmpo outside. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Edwards. Pass to Alvarado. The Nets need to get off a shot here. Count it. Good. Conley's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And the bucket is good. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Well, they've also been impressive, forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
Anderson's checked in for the Timberwolves. Shannon comes in for Anthony Edwards. It's Anderson on the wing to stop the drought. Outside Conley. Clock at 6. The 3. Rebound Brooklyn. Williams has got 6 rebounds in the game.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Back to Antetokounmpo. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
On the court.
We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. DeSumo on the double. Out to Powell. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
For the Timberwolves, number 4, Julian Phillips.
Here's Shannon. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Personal foul, 4th team.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting from Minnesota, Terrence Shannon. Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. And it's Jose Alvarado with the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Here's Gobert. Robinson with the block. That one no good. And so it's Brooklyn, up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be right back after this word. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
And the ability to drop your jaw with the pass is something you rarely see in this league. What a talent he is.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th quarter. Randall and Gobert are in the middle. Ayo Dosunmu out there with Mike Conley. And it's Shannon in at the small forward. Pass to Wolf. Now, Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
Kamara, he's checked in for Powell.
Number 33, to money.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. Pass to Randall. Lays it up and banks it in. 14 points for Julius Randle.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Down low. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
They were totally in sync on that play. Targeted the pass beautifully.
And it's Jose Alvarado with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And with plenty of time left, that's his 4th foul. He needs to stay cognizant of that moving forward.
Pass to Shannon. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Kamara.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Here's Clowney. The rebound by Shannon. The Timberwolves have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Lets it fly. Can't get it to go. He's 7 for 12.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Kamara down low. He's covered by Dosunmu. Kamara, no good. Minnesota with the ball. A great 4th quarter. Just giving up 2 points. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity at a 3-point play. Edwards, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Well, you ask the older generation about load management. They'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account. You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for Minnesota. Dosunmu, left side. Right side, Edwards. Alvarado with it. Randall's there. Robinson.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
And there's the lob. And Gobert with the stuff.
And maybe one of the best at the alley-oop. Gobert is great at reading the D and getting eye contact with the passer and finish.
Now here's Alvarado. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Here's Clowney. Checked by Randall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Kamara. And the 3 off target. For Minnesota, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go in this 4th quarter. Looking to end this cold spell. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
Free throw good, Edwards. Brand, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, B.A., it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Reed's checked in for Robinson. Williams comes in for Clowney. And Cunningham subbed in for Alvarado. And it's Cunningham missing. Now the Timberwolves with it. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Dosunmu, the pass to Randall. Deflected! Cunningham up top. He's covered by Dosunmu. Williams misses. The Timberwolves shooting about 43% since the fourth quarter began. Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
And Minnesota with some changes. Naz Reed's checked in for Gobert. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Shannon. And it's DiVincenzo in for Dosunmu. Cunningham against DiVincenzo. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's on Dante DiVincenzo.
I love big guards. And Cunningham using the size to perfection.
And the Nets making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Minnesota shooting 40% so far in this one. DiVincenzo, pass to Reed. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Reed's gotten his first points in this one. Nets leading by 22. Here's Cunningham. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
Tough shot. I mean, Cunningham has great size at his position, which really helps him in the paint.
Edwards, a pass to DiVincenzo. Cunningham brings a double. And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents, it's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
And Randall drops them both.
Certain guys can remake their games to fit the times. Randall's worked on his right hand and his jump shooting. He's a much more versatile threat now at the offensive end.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
The Timberwolves have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Randall outside. Let's go with a 3. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Randall finds Edwards. Edwards is doubled. Inside. Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Cunningham against DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo, a screen on DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Reed. Back to Antetokounmpo. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Another shot. And it's finished off by Antetokounmpo as he lays it in. Antetokounmpo has got 21.
And Giannis has a ridiculous combination of size, skill, and athleticism.
And Minnesota calls time here. They're trailing by 22. And now it's time for our presentation of the player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And guess what? This was his game all night. I mean, he tore through the defense and almost never took a bad shot out there. Really, a level of offensive consistency most players can only dream of.
Well, they were coming off 2 straight losses, and he put his foot down. He stepped up his game, had a big night, and got them moving in the right direction again. .156 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Anderson with a screen on Cunningham. Here's Highland. Another miss by Minnesota.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Highland. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
Gotta appreciate the decisiveness of Giannis. Rolling with purpose after setting the screen. It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Nets.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I think his biggest contribution may have been on the boards. He kept plays alive and denied second chances.
Now here's Cunningham. Antetokounmpo, right side. Pass to Reed. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Shannon. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Cunningham against Highland. Williams from long range. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Highland looking for an opening. So we see the Nets taking the W here. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
Giannis, you had a big lead going into the break. You guys never let up. What did Coach tell you at the half?
Coach at the half, he told us to keep having fun, keep playing together, playing hard, try to rebound the ball because it's our job.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. So long, everybody.